Hiya folks, we've come out, it's the 12th of January 2017 and we've just come for a drive up the Coquet Valley and we've just stopped at this point here because the view's just lush. Cracking sunshine, River Coquet down there is trickling away, there's little bits of frozen water on there, I won't fancy canoeing on it today. So we're going to go a little bit further up the valley, stop again, have a little bit of a walk, try out a little stove that we've made, try and melt some frozen snow, make a cup of tea and see what the weather turns into.
We've just stopped off because we found some snow. Well, it's quite deep, but we're going to see if we can find some deeper stuff.
See if it's deeper by the post. We've moved a little bit further up to the Coquet Valley now. We're at Chew Green and we've not had much choice other than to stop on account of my car wouldn't get up that hill across the way there. Don't know if you can see it with the sun shining through. I got stuck just past the cattle grid, came backwards reversing a couple of ton sledge and there's a big rock just there, so I didn't want to chance it a second time, so we've given it up as a bad job. But we found a nice little spot here just to have lunch, and we're going to try out this little stove and see how we get on. Can you not go up that hill there?
No, because it's covered in rocks.
We're going to give this little stove a whirl that we've built in the week. So we've basically got a big tin, gets fruit cocktail in it from Aldi's, and into that just put a couple of holes in, just put a couple of skewers through, like so. That's it. Another tin, that's for putting your water in. Sit that on the top. Use the end of the skewer that I cut off just to make a little handle. I'll put that on there in a second, I need two hands. And then we've made some of these buddy blocks. We've never tried them before, so we'll see how they go. But they're basically, it's just kitchen roll squashed into a toilet roll, and then you pour molten candle wax into it and let it set. So it's like a little cheapy fuel block, but we'll see how it goes anyway. But the thing I like about doing it this way is that when that fuel block is in the bottom of the tin here, you're not going to leave any charring on the floor. So if you're in the woods or something, you're not going to set the woods on fire or the ground on fire. It's dead clean and easy. And the other thing about it being with the tin like that, you can just turn it round away from the wind if it's getting blown out. And then the last thing is everything just sits inside and packs in. You can even put the buddy blocks in there, so it's a nice little compact number and costs you nothing. So we'll get it set up and see how it works. Okay, before we can start boiling anything, we've got to collect a bit of snow, and this is just a basic lesson. That's yellow snow, it's not good. Take the white snow, much better. We'll take that, see how we get on. So we've got the little buddy block away and burning there, and we've got the white snow sitting on the top, cooking away. So it'll be interesting to see how long this takes to brew up. I'm going to do a modification to another one of these. I think I'm going to drop the skewers down, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a row of holes around here, and that way if you wanted to use a bigger pot or a kettle, you could sit it on the top. But the other thing about this is it's channeling all the heat pretty much straight onto the tin above, so you can already see that the snow's starting to melt. But I'm in no real rush because That's the little spot that we've chose to stop. Doesn't get much better than that. Well, it does. It's about -3 and it's freezing. You alright?
Yeah. I'm
Good.
just knackered from running up and down that hill.
Crack on, kid. He's not wired up right, man.
Well, Bear Grylls says that you shouldn't eat snow because it cools your core down. But when you're in this much kit, you need it.
Well, Bear Grylls says eat your own, drink your own wee, so go and have that yellow snow down there as well then.
I don't know who did it though.
I did, man.
Oh, nah.
It's still brewing up over there, but I thought I'd just take you the chance to show this map here. We've explored a fair few pieces around here. Stayed here at the Barrowburn camping barn. Highly recommend that. It's probably a bit cold today, but it's cracking. 15 quid for adults, kids go for free under 14. Sleeps up to about 16, but it gives you a good little base just to explore the hills in and around this area here. This is into the military ranges, this part down here, so you've got to watch what you're doing in there. I've pretty much been everywhere in there where I probably shouldn't have been, but that's another story. So this is where we are at the minute. If you carry on following this road around, which if you just drop down the valley and go up the other side over there, it's once you get over the brow of the hill, it's absolutely beautiful. It's marked on the map here as a couple of outer golden pot, middle golden pot, and the views looking out across this way are absolutely first class. So if you've never been up here, it's well worth a trip. You can either access it from, if you come from Kielder side, you can come up the A68 and come in from the Kielder Forest near to the entrance where you go into the Forest Drive, or if you come through Rothbury, keep following the road through Rothbury, through Alwynton, and you can just follow the road round. Basically, there's only one road. You get to about here, and it says Military Road, but as long as the gate's open, it's fair game to go through. So yeah, it's good. There's a lot of history around here as well. We're still exploring it. There's a whiskey still here hidden in the hills, and back in the day, what used to happen was all the smugglers, to avoid paying English taxes, used to smuggle whiskey in down across the Scottish border, and they'd come down through all the hills here on the areas where the shepherds used to drive the sheep, and avoid paying taxes. So the original Dukes of Hazzard. Anyway, we're having a cracking day. It's cold, but there's no wind, the sun's shining, and we're just waiting for this kettle to brew. Soft lad's still eating his snow. Right folks, got it boiling. Stuck a couple more of them blocks on, but got there in the end. Job's a good one, so I think the little test has been a success. I was just going to get it off without burning myself.
Oh man, hurry up.
Half a cup. What is it there? What's his name? Oh, spot on. Glasses are steaming up. But yeah, go outdoors. Aldi's 50p. Look at that. As you can see, it's going like a good one in the bottom of there, but each time one of those blocks burns away, you're left with absolutely nothing really, just a tiny little bit of ash. So probably won't be able to do this without burning myself, but if we just move that out of the way, you can see barely, alright, we've charged charred 3 or 4 blades of grass, but that'll be no trace by the time we've gone and kicked a foot over the top of it.
Oh God.
Now do the eagle arch,
Hello and goodbye.
You stuck?
I'm stuck.
I've finished cooking now. I've just chucked some snow in the top just to put the fire out. Burnt myself a couple of times. That's well and truly out now. As you can see, that's the ash. So that's the ash. That's the inside of the tin. That's packed up. A little bit of tin foil that was wrapped in with one of them. There's really now, never like to leave a trace, but there's now to take away. That's the grass where we've had it sat, so in my eyes, job's a good one. Let's get packed up, go for a walk. Right folks, well that's us, we're about done. We've had a little walk up onto the top of the hill here. Now we're going to start heading back. So hope you enjoyed our little budget stove. Have a go at it yourselves and catch you next time.